Hello. Taking that it's working then. Yep. Okay. Alright. And that. Okay. Yes. I never know. It's like I wish there was like a flag that would pop up in the chat, but I have to see the video screen and I always have that up. Just to know that I have the sign name down here. Hello, and thank you. I try to be. Happy New Year! It is now. I already started working on a little bit of stuff before I started, so I was right in it. That New Year. Hopefully it goes. It is a good year. I haven't had enough time in it to quite know for sure, but here's a tweet I saw. It was just some picture of a tweet of a guy that said, already fucked this year up, looking forward to 2019. I think I had to select this in order, right? No, I did not. As long as it's the first one I select. It's here. I just thought I'd do at least one row of these. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, actually I did do... No, wait, I did do that right. I just need to... Nope, actually I'm not sure if I did that right. Did I do that with this one? Nope, I moved the whole thing. Okay. Last year's a long time ago. It's been a pretty good year so far. I had a bunch of people over on New Year's. Less people left at 4 a.m. It was a very eventful evening. Pretty fun. Okay, let me get this balanced here. It's an even distance. And curvature is a little bit different. That could cause issues. I'm just gonna keep going with it and not give a shit. Because that one looks pretty good. This one, not so much. Am I missing one? No, that one's straight in the middle. But whose is that? Okay, so that could be an issue, but I want to say it won't be. It's 1 a.m. for you. Well, it's 6 p.m. So I got a whole night to go. You're in the future. Well, we do want to remind anybody if they have any questions or want to see anything else. I don't even care if it's related to them learning SFM or just want to see stuff. Something specific that I've done before. No, now I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, yeah, I have to undo that. Okay, there we go. I remember I have to select this. Don't think. I'm trying to remember how I did it. It was based off the first one. I'm having a huge brain fart as to how I did that, but no. Because that's just going to be world. I need to do rotation by local. That's just going to do that. No, I'm not making a map. I'm scene building, which is I guess similar. Scene building is just map making within it for a single shot. Why can't I am having like the hugest brain fart. It was so easy last week. I thought I was pretty awake today, but apparently not. Ugh. Because anything I do from here is just gonna be goofed. Why am I having such a brain fart about it? Oh, now I know. Okay, I got it. I got it remembered. Whew. That was... Now I remember why I needed the order. Okay. My brain hurt a lot doing that. So the problem is I can't see which of these is which. So I need to figure out which that one is. It's this one. So we'll put this one forward. So it's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So that was correct. That one is correct. That one is not correct. So after or before 57, I need to put 59. I just want to do this one row and then I'm going to go on to the other stuff because this is like... This is the one part I'm not looking forward to doing. This is gonna take forever. There we go. Now I should. Oh wait, no wait. I almost there. So this is like to that. This is like to that. That to that. 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 Oops. That. Okay. All right, and now it does what I wanted to do. Okay. I wonder it didn't look right before. Okay, so I'm gonna say that looks about right. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I'm trying to make like I'm gonna say a stadium, like a stage kind of setup, and to do it, I need to build or add in a lot of seating. But the problem with it is I want to make the seating nice and round, but that's difficult to do as you get further out, because the further out you can get from the circle, the straighter the line, the curve would be. And how do I keep building that to ensure that they're all of equidistance? So I built a larger circle that's up close to about the curve I want. They're not going to use that many chairs. But then I grab them all, move it back a row, and I just remove a little bit of the curvature on the edges to help straighten out the circle. But these are all in weird order. So this is probably 67 that needs to go up there. Nope. So this is 66 that needs to go up there. No, not like that. Bad. Okay, so it's that. Well, I gotta keep these on the screen so I know. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Not that one. But now it's that one. That one. That one. But to maintain the curvature, I have to have them all move, have each one move individually the same amount, but just but linked together. So I have to go through here, put them all in order, so then I can just link them all, having the first one be the parent. like so. And then I grab all of them, and I can, if I rotate one, it rotates them all, but since they're linked, it will do exactly like I want it to, and do that. But it's a very small movement I need to do, so I'm going to just move them, do the move like too far, which is what that is. And I'm farther up so I can get everything in even distance. I'm going to do drop, which undoes an action, just to get it moved back to what I think is at least even. I'll say that that's even. Okay, and then we'll take these. Lift it up so that they're about the same risen length as the others. Which it looks like it is. No, no. See, the further back you go, the better it's going to be more even, so I think I have to go a little higher. I'll go with that. That's good. Yes. The only problem I'm going to have with this scene is that the amount of models on the screen are probably going to cause issues regarding processing. Like, in terms of the memory down here, it's nothing. I'm only loading one model, and all it has to do is just do have it the others as a reference. So it's not going to affect that at all. But when I start adding ponies in here, because I have to put the majority of them in the seats, that's when I'm going to start having issues. But the nice thing is, I still have a lot of the old ponies. Oh, yeah, I did pin the tail. So it's just like a pony name, so we'll go Applejack. So yes, so I have this Applejack model, which is, I'm going to be using Applejack for sure, but I can use them as a base. And the reason I like these ones is that their wireframes are very, very simple. As you can see that there's very few polygons compared to this one. And then even more so compared to the enhanced one, which has a crap load of mouth flexes. So the large difference in those, considering I just need to seal the back of the heads, will mean that they will take up a lot less space in not as much memory, but in terms of processing. So having a bunch of detailed models on the screen, I can only have like probably 15 to 20 unique ponies models on the screen at once before, or loaded at once before it starts having problems. If I do the same pony copied multiple times, I can go up to like 900, but processor is just killed. So I want to try to keep it unique, or I at least want to be careful on it. So I only need probably 4 different ponies, 2 male, 2 female with 2 different hair types, and then use those 4 to recolor into about 12, and then just place them all over the place. So then I only have 4 different models that are used in 12 different instances, and then that should decrease processing enough to where I can go, because I want to try to have the camera probably somewhere around. I should set this up around here. Yeah, that's about where I want it. And so by having it there, I'm looking at about 6 more rows, and for how many seats that is, I'm looking at well over 100 ponies. This is the Scene Build Void. It's a map that's big enough that, or it's for the max Z vision distance, so if I go to every quarter to quarter, I literally can't see the opposite corner, which I think 30,000 is that distance. So this is that max right there. Actually, this would be max if you consider the corner. But it allows you to have the maximum amount of room that SFM will allow you to have for vision distance. In terms of what do you press for selecting them all, if you mean here, I'm doing the control key. but I don't think I did here, but if you're counting these ones, you can hold the control key and do a lasso, though it's not really smart. You can see here, I can start breaking it. I'm not sure where it starts mathing the selection area when you do that. But for doing the simple rounding thing, it works pretty good. I don't think it's actually making a circle. I think it's... I don't know what it's doing. Why did it just cut those out? I don't know. But you can draw little pretty pictures. Like here, the nose, and then put a big smiley. So it's for art. It's kind of like an extra sketch, though. It's not going to last very long. So last time we made the little emblem there. Definitely going to need to change the stage because I'm not liking it with wood. I'm thinking some kind of a, I don't know, it'd be like a plaster, or what would be a good stage color? Because the one problem with white is going to like glow. I'm thinking black is going to work the best, but then I feel like it's going to, or you're not going to be able to see much of where it ends. It's just going to like she's hovering there. But other than black, brown, and white, there's not much else. I can try a white. I don't like how it's going to look in the background. This is my main issue. But black is normally what they put on stages because it will allow the people to be visible, but it won't reflect the light very well. I have an idea. I could try black, and I have a different idea to see to make it visible. What I think I should first do then is figure out this ground here. Stop it. Move the camera in the position I was thinking of using. So we're talking... Well, and the camera's not going to just be in like one spot. This is probably going to be a 50 or an 85. No, I might actually go 35. Might be too zoomed in to do it that way. I did want to keep her somewhat slow, or far away, for the first part. It's probably going to be a faded shot. This is going to be a weird video in making because I think that the ideas are going to start crossing over, where I'm just going to build the scene, render a bunch of it, and then potentially put it together in post. I don't like the wood though. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit to me. But so for the camera, the first shot I wanted to do was going to be kind of a not a slow pan. I was thinking probably kind of like I'm gonna say she's the focus, even though she's not. Or she's the focus for the rotating anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna say that it'll rotate over time. I don't know how long it's gonna need. Where's my song for this? Where did that line go? Music, I know what I'm looking for. There it is. Okay, 76 songs ago. Now, because it's going to use this song, so I need to figure out the timing between. I can get it. It's 6 seconds between main parts. if you did this whole thing for 6 seconds though. I don't need to do that right now. It only works for 6 seconds because it's either that or 12 seconds, which is too long. So I can maybe make it work for 12 though. I'll let that play. If that's the case, then I would be... I'm going to plan for 12 seconds. Even though I probably won't need that long. So we're going to do... Just rotates a bit? It shouldn't have rotated. Oh. I know why. Try that again. Okay. Hello. Alright, so now it should have a straight camera. Yep, I'm just going to have to move it further to the left because I do not like where it ends up here. Okay with it getting towards the middle. Not really. I'll go like this maybe. I wonder if a zoom in would help come in handy too. I might have a problem with the chairs, but we'll see. Yeah, that works. No, it wasn't the camera. When I went to do the rotating, I rotated it based on its orientation, so it was already tilted. So when I did it, it tilted it more. I had to do it on global, which then locked into the flatness of the map. Oh, what keyboard do I use? I use the Razer Ultimate. It's a mechanical, full mechanical, so it goes clickety clickety. Every key does that. It's very satisfying feeling in sound. But well, I want to go down this way. But that's the song I'm using for this. It's all based on the Ministry Mirrors. But then I can switch from this camera to, and I might need to do it further back just because of how some of this might work, but like change it at this point, fade it to an up close point, like, and kind of doing it where she's doing her, or continuing her speech there. But it's supposed to follow the chapter, the first memory orb from the book. Is the idea for it, because it's probably the most repeated chapter in the entire book. So, still don't like the idea of a black stage, though. Let's see. Yeah, see, a lot of these just have light wood. They have a light wood, though. That might be what I can do here. I'm going to do a very rough version of it. It's not going to be what I want it to be, but we can see. I think that looks better. I think what might actually be nice is to remove a bit of the definition that the wood is giving. Make it less harsh. Maybe find a texture for like not so harsh wood. I think these have bump maps, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure they do. That can't be this wood. Floorboards is what it's looking for. That's it. Maybe I can find a lighter wood. Was it? Something like this, but that's just no cuts in the wood. This might work. It's really low texture though. I don't like how defined those edges are though. To me, those lines should be defined, not the other way, right? Yeah, a lot of these are just straight boards. Well, actually, well, if that's the way that one's done, maybe something like this would work. It would. Oh, that's got the thing over it anyway. Where are those spots? Oh. No, but I want me to use the texture. If I need, I can keep the what I have. That might work. It's not as repeating as I want, and I don't think it's as big as I want, but it'll work. That should work. Is this what you're talking about? It's about also trying to make it match everything, like the themes and whatever. Like here, I need to make sure that this is seamless, which is on the search said it would be, but apparently not. It could be a bit of a problem. Because I think these are... This one back here is seamless. Yeah, and it will matter. I can make them seamless. Kind of. Yeah, I can. It wouldn't actually work that way. I'm thinking in SFM terms, but it doesn't work that way. Because it's essentially seamless that way. So I'm making it this way. Because that is a very obvious break. And this is going to repeat left to right. Well, anything. I could probably shrink these down because this board is also... Oh, actually, let me get rid of this piece right here. So I'm going to shrink this. Both similar board sizes. Let's do that. Actually, I might have a different idea. Delete. Go back. I want you to be the original size again. We're going to increase your size so that you are that big. So you're twice as big. And then can I easily shrink you to half your size? Image, is there a manual resize by a number? Yes. Okay, because then I can put half on this side if I copy this. Exactly half. Okay. I think that should... Is that what I'm trying to do? I might need to do it by 3. Yeah, I'm going to need to do it by 3. That's going to work anyway. It should be seamless across this then, right? Yeah, it should. So as long as I make this in between part, these ones match up, then I'm fine. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to merge these so I can just copy paste it again. Don't think this is going to work, but let's give it a shot. Smudging's probably not going to work. I wonder if Band-Aid works. It does. Wow. Not the greatest, but it's better than nothing. Hey, that Band-Aid. this one, bam, this one, bam, put, bam. It is an amazing tool. It's cheap, but it works. Okay. That's fine. I don't care. Okay, and to keep that from being repeating, I can move this. I think it's, I mean, I'm going off conjecture here, but it should work. Yeah, I added the ability for the music to pop at the bottom to make it so people can get the info easier. So it's down here. Alright, let's see if that works. Well, plus then when people ask for the song title, I'm not trying to backtrack to figure out what it was. Bump mask will be broken though, but that's fine. The song title and name kind of are confusing, but it doesn't merely make it look like a song name or and such. Just I thought it was going to be way too bright. Oh, I have it overbrightened. That might be why too. Even that is quite a bit. I know I did change the underlight. I can only get up to not hit the stage. I don't want him in. It's not working because of that. Okay. Is that gone? So it looks like if I might not need these lights on the side then, because I think that they'll kind of light themselves. And so I can drop the ambient down a bit more. I do want to drop it down just a little bit more. That should be good. Because I want to be able to have the stage at least semi-visible, but just to kind of blend in with everything. To make it look like everything fades away, which is what it should be for a stage, at least how I think. Those are definitely going to need to change too. Where's my ambience again here? Because right now this is being hit really hard on the front. I don't want that. It's using the bump map for a different one, but it might actually work. Maybe just a little bit more. So what is hitting the very front of the stage? This one. This is hitting back here. It's not really hitting the actual or these. Now I need it. That was what that other light was for. So now I have to repurpose it. Alright, I'm going to do it like this, then I'm going to take another one. So this is going to be curtain, no, my namings are bad. There, it's just an extra little light on the lower part to make it so that it ensures the bottom of it is brighter than the rest, because that's where the light's going to be hitting the strongest. Yeah, okay, I like that stage way more. Again, yeah, the bump maps are definitely not the correct ones, but hell, it works. I think it just has false boards crossing, but that's fine. I was thinking about actually having some kind of lights in the edge here to kind of give a little bit of extra detail, or at least to provide a nice strong edge there. But I'm not sure. For one, I need to actually go through and get this texture. This is 0.6. Gotta get these copied. Thought I could go darker, but I think that actually will be fine just with the normal brightness. That should work pretty good. I really wish I could get rid of that lip, but I know I can't. I could hang things from it. I think I just found it originally under cloth. I used it in the Australia video. It was like a little hanging cloth bit, but I forgot what you'd actually call that. Kind of like these things. I think it might have been from Counter-Strike. I don't know if it's going to be partially invisible, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Oh, those are hazmat suits. There was a movable cloth, but a movable cloth is going to have a lot more bones and stuff on it than I want to actually use. I have to open up Australia to find it. So I want to try to keep the polygon limit as low as possible. These, oh, there it is. I don't need to have this moving because of that. It's at the very bottom. I don't want to. I want to keep his. If it doesn't need to move, I want to keep it at the very minimal everything to ensure it's just best process. It's just looking more and more like the President Fluttershy that you guys brought up before. It's Fluttershy's inauguration. I guess it'd be emblem. Or maybe, actually, it'd probably be more like seal, but... not too worried about the detail on it because the distance we're going to be at isn't going to change much. Alright, but how does that look? I think it'll work. I think I might just need to place something at the end of each of these. I don't know if that's maybe looking too much like celebratory. Yeah, I think that might be too much like yay. I don't know if I want to go with that. I'll keep them there, but I'll think about it. The light's going to be hitting the top of this. I kind of want to show at least a little bit more light hitting the top. I just don't want it like going down as much. Grab this one. No, I'm gonna keep it an uber light. This may be tough. If I do it from the other way, the positioning is gonna look wrong. So I'm gonna do some tight math. So I might just keep that light on her. It's not going to be very bright. It's a little bit better of a bleed. Actually, it might look better bright. Actually, I think it looks a little better from this angle, at least, doing it that way. Ooh, I almost hit her down. Okay, so this would be her in focus. Not quite, actually. There, that would be about what I want for the focus on it. There would be some light bleed into the seats. I believe Photo Cushers was written during season 1, or at least started then. So I wouldn't be able to know for sure, but I would think that it's got to be partially into season 2. I don't know. Season 2 is when her brother is introduced, and he wasn't in the books at all. Well, she wouldn't be in front of a, but she's also been at this point like 20 years after the show, and she was still, she was shy, but in these situations when she was going to be telling them she was trying to make peace, I guess, and so it's like, I think Fluttershy really was into something with the dragon, she was really shy until he popped up. She had the willingness and the able to, but it was being put in a situation that she could feel and make a difference, and I think here I could see her having that. And it's also that she's done it multiple times at this point, so she might have had some moments early on, but at this point she's been in front of them multiple times, because this is already very far in the war, because this is the mega spell speech. Still not liking this ground, because you can't even really tell it's there. wonder if actually I might know what work here, but it's going to crash me doing it. Maybe. We're going. I'm actually in the middle of rereading it for stuff. I got a lot to read, still catch up on in the next couple weeks, but we'll get to it eventually. We're cutting out the width. So, was that doing what I wanted it to? No. That one is not coming in from the sides. Oh. It is. It's just like these two together. There it goes. Okay, and then this one is going to be about the same, just further up. I need to get those seat edges. This one will be shadowed. Oh, it would hit the legs because they are showing. Well, I guess I shouldn't actually be seeing the legs from behind anyway, so I was like, what the hell? Good night. I do not want that hitting it. So I need to go a little bit more. Nope, that's cut off. I don't think it's gonna really matter though. Go to there. Because from this angle, I'm not worried about stuff. I'm worried about the silhouette of people. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to search for those because. Look, I think I have a low one berry punch. No, I do not. I think it's only the main 6 that are in the original, like, old quality. I'll grab berry on just our VN and see. Prefer not to use the VN ones though. Okay, so that does give at least some slight definition, but there's definitely going to need more than that. This is probably going to be camera specific. So like I want to do a light coming from this angle, but I have to be careful that not to hit the ground. This one would probably have a high radius, though I'm afraid of what it's going to do. So I'm going to test it. Okay, so this is how bright it would be without. Some radius. Actually, should be fine. Radius just loses control, so. Alright. So that actually could work. This one's probably going to be moved a little bit further in. Alright, bye-bye. I'm actually okay with her being fairly blown out there, because that's kind of what a stage would be. I think her pedestal could be a little bit, or stand out a little bit less, but it is getting there. Yes, side reverse. So the main thing now, if I want to try to plan this shot, is going to be about ensuring that might be moving a bit too fast, but this would be about ensuring I don't know how to do backside though. Oh wait, do I even need to do that? I might be able to get away with not having nothing over there. Because I read through and it really didn't describe it very well. Or not very well, it didn't describe it in much detail. But it does give me freedom then. So I'll check this again. A large, rather nice indoor theater. Many across the cover, engaging conversation, low storm, work up in the voice. I wanted to take a close look at the walls of the auditorium. I had a distinct impression that they were not wood paneling, but rather actually formed from growing trees. But of course, I could only watch. Okay, so that does imply that the walls were made of wood. With a glowing pink main interface, Magic Potato walked reluctantly past her towards the podium, standing front center of the stage. Okay, so I got that. The other pony stared at the floor as she walked, so she was and is afraid to make eye contact, so she was embarrassed. Okay, I do not see any other details, though I think later in the story they do give some. But this does, 4th anniversary of the stream, yes. Can't believe we've been doing this for 4 years. So it implies that there is wood around the outside. But again, but that does imply that it is visible too. You know what? This might be a time where that one floor I had with the texture it originally had would come in handy. Now it's from left-footed 2. Let's see it. It's called is it furniture wood? No, I wouldn't have called that. Yeah, that wasn't that. Oh, that's why it wasn't that, because it was from something else that I took it from. This should actually be called floorboards. Floorboard? Oh my goodness. What was it called? I stole the texture, that's why it didn't show up. There it is. That's using rod. I thought it was. Well, I've been doing SFM for a year longer than that, I think, but for streaming anyway. But it ends up being a lot of hours of streaming. I'm actually currently trying to plan out my convention trips for this year too. I haven't really done too much with it yet because I'm kind of unsure on how to do one part of it. Because for one, I'm going to Vegas in a couple weeks for a business trip, and then I want to potentially go to TrotCon and BronyCon, but they're a week apart. So I thought about taking off just a couple extra days in the middle, heading to DC in the middle, because if I haven't been there before, it'd be interesting to take a trip that wasn't pony related. But need to look into a lot more because that's going to be some complex setting up. Alright, I do think I need like a general ambient light that covers the whole area. The reason for this is I want at least some details to show. Okay, so I'm not able to get the wood to show. So if that's the case, then I'm probably going to have to aim it directly at the wood. I want something lighting a lot of this up, because if it doesn't, you're not going to look like you're in a building. It's just going to look weird. Should work actually. Oh, it's a little bit bright. Actually, I'm gonna dumb it down a little bit more, just so it gives something to it. And I think I can probably add in some dust motes to the spotlights. Just grab like a cylinder model and just have it follow it. Yeah. want to get these seats figured out so I can get this done. Is there a way to cheat it more than I already have? Kind of? No. Well, maybe. I could maybe do 3 rows at a time, but it would still take a while to set up. If anything, I might just do a quick the shares. A rough attempt at it, just to get how it looks on the camera. So this is the one thing I hate, since they're all locked. So this is row 4, left group. Yeah, if they're like, the point of the stream is really to help if anybody that has any questions. So if there's something I'm doing and you're confused or you need to elaborate, let me know. I have no problem stopping and giving an easier example. Sometimes I just kind of run it through here because I kind of know my method of doing things, but it doesn't always translate to me making it nice and easy for people to understand. Okay, I think I'm going to fix these so that they actually work right. So this goes up to 87. It's just 76. 78. So this would be. So first I'm going to name this 7. Oh no, I can't do that. I'm going to name it. This is going to be 77 1. So this would be. Oh, so then this would be. 78, 79. So this would be 79. This will make it easier. And actually get to doing that. If these are all in the actual order I need, then they'll organize them correctly. Okay, so now those are in order. 82, so I need to get this one to, this would be 82.1. So this is 83. So this needs to be 82. This means 83, and this needs to be 84. But there's 2 different names on everything. You have to go and open up this. It's actually change it in its name. So this would be 83. Actually, I don't know if it's going to matter, but I don't want to do all this and then figure out I'm wrong. 84, and then I need to get 87 moved to the end there. So this needs to be 85.1. Oh, that works too. This would be 87. Dark Souls. I never played Dark Souls. same thing here. So I need to move this one up one. Oh, this would be a little easier because they're not as badly organized. Oh, there's new Skydomes? If you can link it, yeah, I'll take a look. I will always use more of those. Okay, so that's fixed. Just almost done with these. Now we get through these and I'll check them out. Okay, that one's done. $99. 9. $98. Okay. Now I'm gonna copy paste them. They'll all be in order right away. What is this? Ooh. I think this is the same model as everything else too. Take the terrains. So it's fairly standard, but I like having the options. Okay, I still have to actually open this in the actual workshop. Ah. Really? So we're making editing models. Wow. There we go. This one's... I don't think there's anything new, is there? Nope. Nope, those are the only ones out there now. Okay. You probably could have pushed Skycard in the description because that would have made it easier to find for some people. I prefer Skycards if I can. Alright. Now these will be a little quicker to do. So I don't have to figure out that order now every time. I wish when you copy pasted that you could have it copy paste and maintain lock statuses, but I don't think the engine is actually built to handle that correctly. When I'm expanding these to save time, I do it from the bottom, because if you do it from the top it keeps running away from you, but if you do it from the bottom the top one doesn't move. So that's why I do it that way. And I do it all at once because it's just quicker, I think, because then you just go bam 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 bam. One misclick will cause you to well, these aren't locked yet. One misclick is going to mess you up. Because you go like this and then you misclick right in between these. Yeah, there's a certain spot you can do it, it breaks everything and or deselects everything. It pisses me off. Alright. No. Alright, that works. And I haven't actually moved these yet, so yeah, that actually was completely useless to grab all those. Oh, I had the wrong one there. Alright, is that about even? No. That's even enough. Yeah, it's not so bad. This one is not near as much. Oh, I was gonna say this better still be expanded. Yes. It looks pretty even. The sky domes, yes, but they should actually put sky card in there too. At least when I searched it didn't pop up, so. Because to me, I like using that more than any of them. So if I go looking, I actually try looking for sky card. Similar uses, but sky cards didn't have better looking detail. Okay. Oh, this has got to be lifted too. Just a teeny bit higher. Like that. Okay. So thinking maybe 1, 2, 3 more rows. It's really going to start having the problem with that camera position though. I'm going to see if I can cheat it a little bit though with this selection here. Still going to make the folders like normal, but I'm going to try moving them all as one. Did I say left group? Yeah. I'll make sure this actually worked when I did this renaming thing. It did not put them in order. It broke them still. That is weird. That should have fixed that. I know another method, but it's just annoying. Did all that and it didn't even fix it. Anyways, let me see if I can just ignore this anyway. Because at this point I don't know if it's going to matter whether or not the curvature at the end is going to be visible. Most of these chairs aren't even going to be visible. Yeah, I'm going to have to really play with that camera. I don't mind getting in between people, but I want to make sure it's at least looking good from that distance. I think I might still do this one row, because when I move that camera, it might be kind of visible here, though I'm thinking not, because I'm going to get rid of some of these chairs here. So I'm going to do this one, but I'm going to just lock it like this. It's not going to make a difference. Not breaking. Did I get the order wrong? Oh, I didn't finish correcting the rows, did I? Nope. Stupid. SFM being all stupid. Better be happy now. I got locked. Okay, well, screw it. I'm just going to do it this time. That will work. Now it's done. This one. So there. Okay. Over time, I just get in the habit of doing something or build up a kind of a groove, and things just go so much faster. Except I forgot to lock them, so I guess it also makes you forget things. It's actually looking pretty cool like that, though. I like this one. I don't think I need a matter. I don't have to bother with the finer details, just in case. The winning animation with Spitfire, one of the many things that I want to get back to. Originally, I was going to use it for having because I was trying to figure out ways to create stuff that it could potentially monetize in a easier format that would create less logistical headaches regarding properly properly distributing money to modelers if needed. And so instead of doing it where it would be like based on the entire thing on request, I was going to pre-make like Flash things, or like it would be probably Flash or at least something like that on DeviantArt. But then if somebody wanted to, I could it would be to sell them the 4K version that they could use in like a video or something. Some people like making compilations of stuff, or musicians having it in the background of their music, and then have it so that they can have a different render of it with a change of the pony. So there was that was what I was going to do, and I was going to make a couple of them as a test of concept, but I never got around to completely finishing it. That was like a year ago. But the main reason I wanted to do that for is animating and all that takes a lot of time, and to me, putting a whole bunch of effort into a single commission is just, considering I count my time as valuable, would make it, to me, expensive. So instead it was to put all my time into single little things that then, because it could be used multiple different times or just by a re-render, it'd be a lot easier on my side, therefore I could make them pretty cheap. So that was why. Alright, so that really doesn't destroy the curve too much there. So for this is still, you'd be right there. Thinking I'm definitely gonna have to lift this camera up. That's how these are going. I'll reset you. Why are you not looking at Flutter Guy? Look at Flutter Guy. No, but for that commission thing, my ideas were I was going to do one with Standing on the Sun. I was going to do another one with a unicorn doing some kind of panting magic, kind of like the one I did once before with a whole bunch of magic stuff. What are the other ones? One with the Pegasus in flight, and I can't remember some of the others. I was trying to hit different themes of like calm and serene, which would have been the flight one, and on the ground that would have been more inspirational one, powerful. Magic would have been more of like heavy and strength kind of a feel. So I was trying to go with different themes. So I do want to get back to it though, because those are actually pretty easy. That Spitfire one I put together in like an hour and a half. It didn't really take me very long. Yeah, I'm thinking that I might be good on just copying what I have now back more. just want to know that that one wasn't touched. But I'm going to still keep breaking these into groups. So I just want to make sure... Oh, they're not locked. So that makes that easier. No, bing, 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 bing. See it. This still implies that there's going to be seats behind even that. At least with where the camera is. Or is it? No. It just isn't hitting them at all, or... Well, it don't hit them. No, it doesn't hit them. Okay. That's good to know. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to see if this works, though I think it won't. I'm going to bring it down to here. But now I can put ponies here, so I don't have to, like, these are the ones that I might have to worry about some of the detail with, but all the ones up front there, not really. And I'm still working at a good frame rate. Yeah, but as soon as those ponies get loaded in, this is going to get killed. So that's why I'm actually going to not touch anything pony related until further down the line. But I know these chairs I'm not going to need. I don't have to worry about anything else because I can copy from the further up ones. But I don't want to get rid of any not in camera because there is the chance that I still need to change the camera and put one of them into it. Nothing's finalized enough. Alright, but then I don't have to worry about between the seat thing anymore. Yep. My lights are not hitting up there far enough. Oh, this is the left one, isn't it? Or the right one? It's the right one. Okay. So it's these ones that are going to be the problem. not hitting that. There we go. Okay, this one might be a little bit too stark on that side. Might be able to keep it just that one. Actually, I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm gonna make it just really dim. So I'm gonna have a little bit coming around that side. Okay, I'm hitting some chairs towards the end, so I'm going to probably have to lift that a little bit. Actually, I'm going to lift everything a little bit. I don't mind if it's like clipping heads. If anything, I might leave a few seats empty because but have it so that by doing such I can imply that I can skip seats in the back too, and then have it where it actually does cross people's heads a little bit. They're going to be really blurred, but it's for the effect, and it would actually make a good transition because I can then switch to be like here and have it be like from here talking. I'm just gonna check this. Need to catch my breath. I'm kind of cold. It's a little warmer today. Got up into the single digits. Actually, I got to like 11. It's been in the negatives for the long time, like a week and a half almost. Curvature. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna stay here for a while. Need to catch my breath here. I'm just gonna sit. Just gonna stay Hello, Kel-chan. So I might play with the landing. Once up close, I can actually dim it down, but I'm not really worried about it right now. Okay. And this I'm also going to say edit text, mute tones. Okay. So I'm going to say that that one is essentially done for what I'm able to do right now. I'm right now just wanting to build. I'm not wanting to put too much time into a lot of the other parts of it. I want to have the basis set up, and then I can go through later and start doing the other stuff. Ouch. No, not the opening scene's not with Fluttershy. It's I'm just needed somewhere in the song. I'm not sure how I'm starting it. I know how I'm ending it, but to me the ending part is the most important. And I know a lot of the in-betweens of what I want to do, but really it's just coming down to I just need to do a lot of the memory orbs and anything that I want to try to do that I have a couple shots in mind that are not based on a memory orb, and but it's still going to be based on the ministry mirrors. But I want to do as many of the memory orbs as I can without without just forcing it in there with not making sense. But like, cause the Twilight and Pinky getting angry at, or Twilight getting angry at Pinky at the party, that one's gonna be hard to do because there's just a lot of talking, but there's not much iconic about it. It's a lot of festive decorations and vinyl scratch. Applejack's armor speech is another one on the stage. I'm gonna probably pass on that. Now, again, that one needs Enclave armor, and I don't have a model for that. Is there a model? No, there's not a model for that. Can I make it? No, and I think it's the only one that has the Enclave armor at all. Applejack meeting with Sakura? Maybe. And actually, I think I might have marked this wrong. Yep, I have this one page. I have a page off. It's in the middle of it. I'm doing it at the beginning. And I'm particular. I am scene building. I'm just trying to figure out the next one to do, next memory orb to build the scene for. This one I'm just actually calling good for now. The elevator accident could make for an interesting one because I think it ends with the accident. I'd have to put Apple Snack with a Recollector on, but let me see if they have anything regarding what it looks like. The door's closed, the software computers are going to ascend. Yep, I'm just trying to build the scenes. I'm not done reading through it, so I'm not sure what I need yet. But I know that some of these are iconic enough that I really want them. And the elevator scene is one that I think would be nice. Applejack was dressed in a stiff, formal suit dress. I thought he was dressed in something too. Well, actually, I don't even think that's going to matter right now. And I don't know if there's much regarding an elevator. I might need to read up on that one later a little bit. Apple Snack on the roof with that one Pegasus could work. It's not the Ministry Mares, but it is part of their story. How did that end? I just love how that story part ends where it just says no secrets. It was with the chariot. It wasn't just the Pegasus that fell off. But that might work. He wasn't wearing anything, was he? I thought he might have been wearing something. I don't know, is any, I don't think I actually checked it yet, now that I think about it. Let me try that. Which actually, that is one scene... No, I'd have to read up on it again too. The very, very last scene, I wanted to mess with it a little bit, and that's where the memory orbs are needed, if any at all. Oh, okay, because I have done it. It's missing a texture, but I think at least how I can tell it's looking, it actually should work. This is shiny. Where's the... It's missing the material altogether. I'll fix. But that's going to break the model, so that's why I'm going to break that off. Okay, so he originally had it in a folder called Orb. That's why. Fixed. Yeah, for the local book club, we're reading it again. I'm trying to catch up because I still had to finish last month's reading because I was gone. But that's where I am right now. I only have like freaking 10 pages left. I'm probably about 15. But then once I'm through that, I can start the actual reading. Oh, did I post those? Thought I did. Oh, I did. Just being slow. I've been in the book club for a year. There's only like 6 to 8 people that do anything with the book club, if that. Kyle runs it. It was a limited thing, because I actually have 2 different copies. Hold on a sec. So I have these ones, which were, they originally had some cover on it, but I didn't really like it. It was just like they Googled a picture of a destroyed background and just put it on there. It didn't fit very well, but this version is pretty nice, and it's split into 5 parts. So it's 1, 2, 3 in this one, and then yeah, this is what they look like. So it's just kind of like a destroyed environment. I didn't think that was that great, but the inside is really nice. But then this is 4 and 5. So this is the actual story in 2 books, and then they came out with this one, which was more like a Bible version with some pretty awesome art. And in shipping, it got a little bit roughed up on the edges, but I'm fine because it looks the same underneath the leather edges. It's gold on the edge there, but this uses more like a Bible paper, and so it's a little harder that I see for reading, because this book was 1,700 pages long, and for how thick it is, you can tell there's a lot of very thin pages. It's like reading the Bible, but considering the art on the front, kind of makes sense. But yeah, without this, because this is a very like a leather cover, it's actually embossed on there to do it too. But the reason I like this copy though is because I have also a copy of Pink Eyes, and this one has the cool art. So every chapter at the top has this really cool art on it that was drawn by Hobbs Maxwell, and it's all specific to the chapters. So it is an awesome little book. It's just that by comparison, I think I'm on chapter 29 in the other book. Oh, so that's volume 4. So this much of this book is the same as this entire one. So there's a big difference. So, but yeah. This one they did not long ago for printing. I originally didn't get in on it, and then they had some people pull out on the printing, and I got emailed saying it was somewhere available. So I was like, okay. So I just went and jumped in on it. Support the printing of the books. Yeah, well, the original printing, because this is I have printing 2 and 3. There was a printing before that, and that was 5 books, but I never got that one. I have a couple prints of actual books, like the Fallout I have 2 copies of. I also have Pink Eyes, which is another Fallout mini book, and then what was the other one? Well, Past Sins. I have when they did the printing of that. Past Sins, the only reason it kind of bothers me with that one is that it's a big book, but the back like 1/5 of it is just fan art and like other side story stuff, so it kind of makes it feel like I like to be able to hit the end of the book and say it's done. Like, I finished the story, it is done. If there's other stuff, put it in another book or something. So I mean, it's neat that they did it and all, but it's like, I don't know, getting to the end of the book doesn't really feel like the end of the book then. Okay, so there's still a texture issue. But at least did it find the texture. It did not. Models, Aston props. That's where it went. I thought that's where you put that info for that. Thought usually you can get the info directly out of the VTF for some of that stuff. Oh no, that's not it. thinking the other way around. It's memory orbs, that's what it is. Models asked in props, so that's what it's saying it's looking. Remember, it's broken, Warhorse. It's probably something stupid. If you manually put the folders together, that could be an issue. Was the model originally placed in the main folder for models? Because that actually can make a difference. Because it's not even seeing the texture at all. I've downloaded his models before, so I'm wondering if... Well, he didn't have a models folder previously. Unless it was... There's not a models folder. There's a models folder in the models folder, really. I've tried manually adding stuff here too, but it doesn't work. Well, it actually was working better before when I was telling it to go to orbs, wasn't it? So at least it got a blue. This time I'm not. You got what? Have anything in mind you want to improve on this year? Improve on like a New Year's resolution? Not really. I have a lot of changes going on. Oh, even if there's 2 files I don't have, I still would have noticed it or something. SFM wise, not really. I kind of feel like I know everything I need to know. It's just about getting more refined at it. And even then, I've really slowed down on SFM stuff. I don't do it as much. In my free time, I really don't do anything. I'm more or less, just kind of doing my own thing. Streams are about the only time I do stuff. What'd you send me? Oh, jeez. How does that help? What does that tell me? That doesn't tell me anything. It's just orb. And it doesn't tell me the full folders. What is this telling me, Warhorse? Which ones do I have? Oh, they give me the date of today. Boy arm. I don't know where all this stuff came from. Oh no, I know what this is. Okay, that was the original Pip-Boy, or that the super detailed one. I think I've used it a couple of times. Let me get rid of this memory orb. It is Bork. Anyways, going back to my book. All right. I really like having a physical copy to read, though. It's super nice. I'm thinking that we could definitely do the Pegasus murder bit. What is Apple Snack's colors? That's actually what I'm going to need here. I need to make a Apple Snack. If I just search Apple Snack, it comes out with completion of Fallout. There's going to be probably spoilers on this page, just so in case. Okay, I'm guessing green and yellow. Appearance. Okay, they're only going to give us appearance now. Okay, so during the war, Jason's great soldiers, blah 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 blah. What color was he? That doesn't help. It is known he had a green coat. Okay. Then probably not like that. That's a little bit excessive green. Might go with a darker green. So let's split this up. So I'm going to split it at 12 because that's the end of that shot. Oops. Where's B? Blank. Mixing stuff up. We're going to call this I don't know, I actually call it more murder than anything, but yeah, I'll call it murder. Session Mason makes it sound, well, it was kind of a professional job, but there's plenty of these. Only going to be one single camera for this. Except I just made a new shot, but now I'm invested. Do you still have his original zip that he sent you for the model? Do I want to do with a Big Mac type? No, I don't think he's going to be Big Mac type. I think he's just going to be standard. I'm going to probably want to go with somewhat detailed, so that the best one out there is the Who's model. This one. Okay, so in that murder scene, okay. Dapperly dressed gray Pegasus buck asked as he shimmied himself in the harness of a sky turret, Very beautiful chariot adorned with very special 3 hearts design. Okay. Very important is they're going to associate objects always. Has to be denied. I thought he was wearing like a hoodie. Okay, so there was a hood. So he's wearing a hoodie. That makes this easier. I do have a hoodie that I could use. But he was on top of a roof, was it? Limiting the Pegasus landing platform. Over 24 floors above the bustling lights of the city below. Okay, so this was a city, and they are above it, and this is Manhattan. Okay, so this does make it... That was what I was hoping for, because that's actually kind of the shot I was wanting to make. So yeah, I want a roof. It's a landing platform, so I do need to have it kind of open. Oh. Is this a Trump? Alright, is that all the files or just the ones that you're missing?
Dr. Who's.
Okay. Okay, maybe I didn't.
Cat Girl, Fairy Princess, Yellow Witch, so what the frick?
Hmm?
The name at the top of that page. Hello. I didn't realize how much radishes taste like potatoes in the
Okay, something's still missing, but I can double check. It might be... I think it's just folder placement. This is why I hold on to all zip files for anything I ever get. I have all the models I've ever downloaded. Makes it easier to share.
Yank whose nose?
What was under props? Another orb one? Again, this is models. Materials, models, props, and this one's saying to look in Aston props. Are you sure? Because as of right now, they're just messed up. This one's looking at props orb, but again, there's no orb folder. So Are yours in an orb folder?
I'm glad I could wake
Okay,
up my
well, here, I'm deleting them. I'm not going to fill my folders with a whole bunch of junk. I'll figure it out later. I don't know if that hoodie can fit on him. But I want it to be windy, so it needs to be... I can put a trench coat on him to go with it too. Oh, there's a male. But I needed covering his head. It's probably going to be the best I'm going to do.
He looks cute in the hood.
Thing is oh yeah, I don't know if that'll will work because it has no bones. That was the problem I had with it before. Is that this is the only? There's only the 2 bones, was it? Yeah, and that's not going to do a good wind effect. Let me see what that other hood was. If anything, I can. Okay, I need to check. Does he pull the hood closer to his head, or if it doesn't state such, I can probably put it down as to supply that he had been wearing it. Okay, he does not state such.
Maria just posted a link to a hood.
If it doesn't have bones on it, it's not going to do me any good either. It might work.
It doesn't work for the ears though.
You can. It doesn't matter. You hide the ears.
Oh, okay.
I'll try it. And nope. I don't need just a hood, I need a hood with bones. And there's nothing on this one, so nope.
Would it say on the file for bones?
No. I'm just gonna go with the other hoodie.
There we go.
But even this technically doesn't flop. They make things for pictures, but they don't make it work for much else. This doesn't even have a neck bone. Oh, wait, there is something here. Wait, that... Oh, wow. Well, that actually might still make it work. At least it's split, but it makes it weird. Yep, and no flex or no jiggle bones either. So. I'm guessing his hair is going to be matted to his head. What's the best mean for doing that? Maybe this. Could almost just use her eyes, but I don't think it matters because I'm not going to need to be visible anyway. Actually, not. I'm planning it. You're not going to see his face anyway. I'm doing apple snack. I just haven't colored them or anything yet. I'm just seeing if the hair works, because it's going to be during just around the time of the murder of that one Pegasus. So I need to make wet hair, which usually hair that's wet bunches up and sticks to the skin. So that's kind of what I'm trying to go for here. So while I'm expecting to do some wind, it's not going to do too much to the hair. I'm going to have it kind of wiggle, but I don't want to have it actually move. And if anything, it would also be weighed down, so I should probably pull it down as well. But it's going to be a shot from behind, so a lot of this detail probably isn't needed, but I just don't care. I'm just leaving it as such. But yeah, I'm going to pull the hair down a little bit. Well, these ones, he's a guy, so I'm guessing it's not going to be that long, so I'm going to actually keep these a bit shorter. With like these back ones. I probably can pull these down a bit. Because the back main I can assume would be harder. I don't think they ever explain what his main style is or anything. Yeah, but I think a lot of that is conjecture. Yeah, there's nothing stating what information is fit for him. I don't even think they've actually stated his hair color. So I have a little bit of wiggle room. I checked the wiki. All they actually have information for is to say that he has a green body. Again, nothing states such, so you would assume that it's got to be thinner, but the back main I'm keeping up for open for interpretation, especially since it's going to be wet. I can see it being pulled down. I can shorten it up if I need. I first want to test it and see how it goes. But again, the front is not visible at all, or at least how I'm planning it. I'm just doing it more for my own reasons. Oh, you don't remember the part? It was, for spoilers, for anybody, but it was, not long after the chapter regarding Applejack getting dropped in the elevator. Then, Pip goes to a memory orb that Steelhooves asks him to, or asks her to see, and it shows that, like Steelhooves or Applejack, I guess, had found out somebody that was involved in providing information as to where she would be at Wind, and was one of the ones that helped assist by getting paid for doing it. And so he ends up, while attached to a chariot, kicking it off a building after breaking their wing, and technically killing them, and then then walking away while reciting the story. And then when waking up, Steelhooves is staring right at her and says, "No more secrets." So, or staring a little bit. So that was the bit. Yeah, well, Applesnake was in war. He probably killed many people. Like, this could kind of work, but there's a lot of stuff in the way. Well, I guess I could say it's kind of far enough away, because I need something that's a little bit cleaner for a roof. But I need a city roof. No, he didn't talk about a flying carriage. It was off a building. He was saying that he had called the guy in saying that he needed to get somewhere immediately, so the guy came in to pick him up in a chariot. And when he did, that's when after he had hooked up, he broke his wing and then tossed him off the building. Therefore, unable to catch himself. This is supposed to be like dozens of stories above the ground. It's not that far into the book. There's roof props. Just trying to find a simple roof model. I actually have a map that would work great, but it's not my map, so I can't use it. Got lots of fancy roofs, but none that I want to use. You just need a nice clean edge of a roof with it. I might just use that first one. Yeah, I have to go with that. Look at the details on those small little ones. I can always make one if I need. I was hoping for like a helipad. Guess not. I'm not going to putz around with the files for a whole bunch of time on stream. I'll do it some other time. I'm just looking for flat concrete. That's a wall. Doesn't really work well for a floor, though. There's one back there that would kind of work. Maybe. Where is the texture? VMTs, but there's no. There's VTFs. That is... That's under... Ah. I don't know why they put it under two different folders. I don't know, I'm still getting through the story as to what I need to put in there. This isn't the elevator scene, this is the afterwards. The elevator one, I need to probably try to find some details as to what an elevator would look like for it. Plus, I think that might be too dramatic for what I'm looking for at that point in the story. That's going to be the end parts. There we go, now I got a good angle for this. Obvious from this angle, but not the other, that they're separate. Doesn't really feel centered though. This would be center, but it did zero him. this building? Okay, I know it's TF2 though. I was pretty sure it was TF2. No. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I swear it was TF2. It's not Mega Pack either. I couldn't have skipped it. It might have just gotten passed over on a loading lag. What was it called? Maybe that is City. I don't think I could have turned that game off. Maybe I did. I know one thing I use it on. That thing I never finished. They did load. Actually, I don't even know if these are the ones I'm looking for. No, they're technically not, but they would work. It does have it under building. What buildings? Yeah, those are the ones. I can't remember what they were called. I believe I also used the same ones in this one. Sky Tower. Tower, that's it. I was like, what's another name for a really tall building? Haha. Nobody always remember what the name of a big building is. That's what I can. This was driving me nuts. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, and then I can play with the textures to make them like watery. Well, Spire maybe, but does that you're gonna get something like ancient like that. Anyways, it's past 9, so I'm gonna call it here. Close my gajillion windows that I normally have open. At least I've kind of broken out of the habit of closing everything. So, funny fact, now that I've got the gigabit internet, they I can upload a stream in like 2 minutes. It's like 2.5 gigs. It's pretty nice. Finally just canceled Comcast, but they tried to charge me for a device I didn't have, and so they couldn't do anything about it, even though they admitted that I didn't have it and that there was nothing to do about it. And I'm like, yeah, that was a lot of yelling. So, no more Comcast though. I'm glad about that. But, yeah, I'll be back on Friday though. I'll work on that a bit more. Hopefully I can get some more reading done and potentially get some of the scenes that I really want to do. Because I know one of them, I don't think it's coming up yet. But I really want to do the rarity scene, so. Alright. So yeah, stream's over. Oh, I had the song covered up there for a while. Sorry. There you go. Song's back. Alright. Have a kitty. So wallpaper go bye-bye. Now. Wait, that's not a button. There we go. I'll be back Friday. Now. Alright, see you later. Good night.